Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ian Junko, if you've not been here before, and this is a series of videos on how to start a record label. So this is part 8. If you haven't looked at the other previous videos, they're all linked down below. You'd be well advised to start on part 1. And this video is a continuation on looking at online distribution systems. So let's get started. Next we've got Octiive with 2 eyes. Apparently it used to be called Mondo Tunes and was rebranded in April 2019. Changed the pricing structure as well as the rebranding, but very little else has changed apparently. They have a contract with InGrooves for their distribution, so they're able to reach quite a few outlets. Best thing about them, they distribute to nearly every worldwide DSP, including all the Asian markets, which is good. Downside, 8% commission, yearly fees, no payment splitting, no admin. Publishing partner, no trending reports. The distribution speed is quite slow, requires 3 to 4 weeks leading time typically. Does not handle mechanical licensing. So let's just have a look at what the pricing is. 28 quid for, or $28, sorry, for unlimited uploads. But that's only for one artist. So if you're a label, it's going to cost you either 60 quid if you've got 2 to 4 artists, or $90 if you've got 20 artists. Or you can do a pay-as-you-go. And labels have to register for a $40 registration fee. Video promotion and video distribution. And then they also do mastering as well. Okay, right, moving swiftly on. 1 RPM. It's a brave digital world and you should make the most of it. So, based in Nashville with 6 other offices, New York, Miami, Mexico, Bogota, Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo. They're very big in the Latin American market, specifically the Brazilian market, and apparently 70% of their clients are from the Latin American, and only about 20% from the US and 10% from everywhere else, so not very popular in the UK. So they're moving away from the DIY focused business, and it's focusing more on label distribution deals with signed artists, and apparently 95% of their business is from signed artists. So they may not be the perfect home for a small independent label. So good things about them: they collect YouTube mechanicals in Brazil, they do payment splitting. Negative stuff, they are not catering for the DIY musician anymore. There is a 15% commission, no Asia distribution, and no admin publishing partners to collect songwriting royalties. I always find it really interesting when you can't find how much it's going to cost. It's not obvious. Anyway, so next we have Reverbnation. Now I actually do have a Reverbnation account, but I've never ever used it, and they've been around for a long time actually. I've had friends in bands who have used it. I believe that packages start from, well, we've got a free tier, but that's what I've got. I've got a free account. I'm not doing anything with it. Others £9 a month, and then £15 for a premium. And obviously you get more, whichever one you choose. They're pretty popular, and they've actually got a touring database apparently that can help bands find venues. Now I don't know whether that's just in the US or with them being an American company, but there's other things. So we've got digital, obviously you've got digital distribution. You can have promotion, starts at £21. Crowd reviews from £10, not sure what that is. And so my understanding is though that it's like some of these other services where you've got to pay every year, otherwise your albums will be taken down. If any of you guys have actually used Reverbnation and you've got some feedback, it would be really great to find out somebody who uses it regularly as to what the thoughts are. Another one, we've got Routenote. Been around since 2008. Guy who founded the company is originally from Australia but moved to London to run a record studio, so it sounds like they're based out of the UK. It's one of the first distributors to partner with SoundCloud, and they have their own small record label as well apparently, and management services. Strong in the Asian markets, particularly China. No playlist pluggers, no fees whatsoever. So the stuff that's not so good, revenue and analytical reports, apparently it's not very clear, and you have to download a CSV file and work in Excel to get any data out of them. The distribution speed can be quite slow, 3 to 4 weeks normally. No admin publishing partner, there's a 15% commission, and you can't get a daily trending report. But as you see with all of these companies, none of them are perfect. They've all got pros and cons. Next we have Stemp. So good things about Stemp. Apparently in May 2019 Stemp changed their business model and booted the majority of their artists off the platform who weren't pulling in significant revenue, and raised their commission from 5 to 10%. That's not so hot, is it? Good things about them: get personal attention, you have a dedicated rep who can communicate with you. There is an in-house playlist plugger. 67% of all songs they pitch get included on playlists. That's good. No fees or upfront costs for anything. Automatic payment splitting, US mechanical download payment splitting. They will collect US YouTube mechanicals but not rest of the world. They offer edits of songs already distributed without having to take down and redistribute the release. They work by invitation only, so they're very, very selective. Commission, as we say, now is 10%. And will kick you off if you don't earn enough. They only distribute to 12 outlets. High payment threshold with $50. No cover song distribution. No admin publishing partner. So probably not a company that I would be particularly interested in working with. But anyway, so Sounddrop. They're part of CD Baby. So no fees whatsoever for original music. Payment splitting. Free accounts for collaborators, and no hassle cover distribution, which is streamlined apparently. $10 will obtain a mechanical license to distribute a cover song, which is probably the cheapest I've ever heard of, actually. That's a really, really good so if you do a covers album, great stuff. And yes, and they are already under the established and beloved CD Baby umbrella. The downside is that they have a 15% commission charge. The analytics and reports not great. Payment splitting is not automatic. They only have 5 total outlets: Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, Google Play, Deezer. You could argue that you don't need the rest, but who knows. They're pretty new and unproven, and lots of missing features that you tend to see from some of the other distributors. No admin publishing partner, no daily trending reports, and customer service apparently is not always that helpful. So next we have Junko. So been around a long time, and they've recently launched Tunecore Publishing. So there's no commission, keep 100% of the royalties. They have this publishing company which will help track down your songwriting royalties, obviously if you sign up with them. Apparently their revenue and analytical reports are pretty good, and they offer advances for future revenue projections. I bet that's not to everybody though. The downside is it costs. The yearly fees for each release are quite high. Let's have a look at that and pricing. So 24 quid a year for the first year, and then it goes up to 40 quid a year for the following year for an album. So that is quite high. But this is interesting. The other services, the publishing is one-off fee of 56 quid. And what's their YouTube services for a one-off fee of 8 quid? So they will collect money from YouTube for you, which is great. And they take 20%, and the artists or the label gets 80%, which is pretty good. So if you've got lots of stuff on YouTube that you're not getting the money for, they will collect it on your behalf. So the other things that are a bit negative: no payment splitting, a complicated way to get mechanical license to distribute a cover song apparently. The admin publishing company prevents you from working with a sync licensing agency to get your music on TV and film, which you could feel is a deal breaker really. You can bulk buy credits. I'm quite liking the publishing and the YouTube service. I think I might look a little bit more into them, because it would certainly be useful for Sinners Music to have the YouTube revenue collected on our behalf and make the publishing easier. And finally, the last one we're going to look at is Symphonic. So, started in 2006, so they've been around a while, and has grown to distribute for over 50,000 artists apparently. They did get some major investment to help them with that. So, good things, no yearly fee. They distribute to Beatport. They collect sound exchange revenue for you, both copyright owner and artist sides. They have a deal with the global non-for-profit independent digital rights agency, Merlin. I'm going to do a little piece on Merlin because I've applied to join Merlin, so watch out for that. We'll cover that in a future video. They have an in-house playlist plugger, hands-on clinical. They have hands-on client reps with direct support. They offer physical CD and vinyl distribution, again powered by CD Baby. They are also partnered with the Alliance Entertainment to get your records in the shops. Apparently that must be applied for. It's not, and not all are accepted. They have an opt-in admin publishing service. They are using Tunecore publishing, but we're likely to switch in the future apparently, and they do distribute to China and Korea. Negative stuff, 15% commission, no automatic payment splitting, no Spotify or Amazon trending reports, and it's by invitation only, so they're picky. Let's have a look at what it takes to. So, new clients, we're looking for emerging artists and record labels with a wide variety, electronic hip hop. What happens if you click on apply? If you're showing interest, and then we've got a form to fill in. Okay, I'm going to stop there because this is quite a long video. It's not comprehensive really, because there are still other companies out there that, you know, it's only a dip in the ocean really, but I hope that's given you some idea of the sort of things that might be useful for some of these companies. If you like what I do, hit the subscribe button and ding that little bell, and thumbs up is always much appreciated, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks very much. Bye bye.